Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you a really fast tutorial on how to do the recently discovered tank exploit. This has actually been in the community since No Step Back came out, but just recently a lot of YouTubers and people have started explaining how to do it, and instead of making a 20-minute video, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys pretty quickly how to actually do this exploit, and also a way to detect it if you're in multiplayer. So, this is basically what it does. As you can see in our logistics, if we look, we have only 2 medium tanks. We have 0 of the new model, we have 2 of the old model. So under your production tab, what you would do here is go to build armored vehicle. You would then go onto your tank chassis, create variant, and then build it up like you normally would. Now, what ends up happening with this exploit is this is what my old tank design was. Everything's exactly the same between that one and the new one except the engine. So all you have to do is just have the engine as a level 13 or whatever level you want, increase it down here, and you can do this with any tank design, name it to something like Panzer IV-C or really whatever, and then you would click save as new and then save it like that. Now that would actually have 2 versions of the same tank. Now the important part of this exploit is you need to click here, which will decommission it. So now it's been decommissioned, you can actually convert from stockpile, and this is where it gets stupidly broken. As you can tell, like I said, we have only 2 tanks in stockpile, so what you do is you go and click this little magical button, because right now it says we're only making 1.5 a month, 4.6 a week. Click this button, it says we can make 205 a day. So in your brain, you're probably thinking, that's not going to make 205 a day. Well, if you see here, again, 2, let's go a day, and just like that, you now have 200 tanks. And it basically keeps doing this as long as you have some type in stockpile, so some people will put 15 factories on it or something, just so they can make roughly 1 a day, or close to it. Because as long as you're making 1 a day, and now you go to convert, you'll just keep doing that. But you really want to have at least 1 a day, so right about in there, that should work. Now we'll go by another day, and boom, just like that, you would have a indefinite, never-ending supply, or really, no, I said that wrong. It's based on how many of these you have built up still, so really, I guess just let it go for like a week or something like that, and then just click the button, but it says, yeah, you get the idea. Now, as for finding out if someone's actually doing this in multiplayer, you kind of can't. There's one way, and it can't really be done mid-game. It's if you see somebody with a ridiculous amount of tank divisions and it's at the point where you're like, they probably did this exploit, then just save the game. That's really all you can do. And just kind of set up your game so that you're saving it maybe once every 2 months or thereabouts, and then just manually saving it once every couple months. And then once the game's over, you can just load up a save and go and see if that person actually did it. Really, that's kind of the only way right now to tell if they're doing it. Unfortunately, yeah, that's it. That's kind of the only way. And the reason that a lot of people are doing these videos is because they're hoping this gets patched. Because if we're going to be honest here, this is probably one of the most broken, if not is the most broken exploit in Hearts of Iron 4 history. I mean, this is absolutely insane. It should not even remotely be in the game because of just how stupidly broken this is. Some people actually even do this with just 1 factory because you only really need 1. But because the efficiency was so low, I just did it that way so you could see. But yeah, just like that. You only need 1 factory on it. It's just ridiculous. It's so stupid. And then because of this, you don't even need the resources either. Because right now we're making it what would only be 1 a day. But because we don't have any tungsten, we're getting 1 a day. We could click this. And now we get 300 in 1 day with no need for tungsten. So that's another way to tell. If you see Germany building massive amounts of tanks, they don't have a lot of tungsten for some reason, and they're not importing it from anybody. That's another way you can tell too sometimes, or at least gives you enough of a heads up to maybe save it and look back. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this, and hopefully Paradox does patch this one, because some exploits are fun, but this one's just totally game breaking. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Stay awesome.